I've seen your kind, time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself. I trust you've learned your lesson. Inside the cold painting, curiosity could be your cross.
Who was my character? I asked this question a lot during the times I would play the Souls games. However, I learned that this question is quite unnecessary. For me, anyways. Why do we play these games? Another question arises time and time again. We even ask this question on other games. Well, as time moves on, we see a myriad of things we enjoy about these games, like the gameplay, playing for the story, or even the PvP. As for me, I really enjoy the game's storytelling, piecing together parts of the story through items in-game, dialogues of NPC, and through the environment itself. Playing for the story directly ties with the question asked in the beginning, and this is my interpretation. I really enjoy philosophy. Perhaps this is the reason I enjoy these stories. I listen to a man called Alan Watts. His style of philosophy is more akin to Western Buddhism. From what I've heard, and I have not heard much, so forgive me if I misinterpret him. Anyways, there's a lecture in which he would simulate a conversation between someone in need of self-improvement and a guru. In this conversation, the guru would ask the student, "Who are you?" And the student would answer with his name, to which the guru would reply, "That is what you call yourself. Who are you really?" If the student came up with answers, the guru would reply appropriately with, "Who are you really?" It would become an endless cycle. If you look at this nihilistically, you would assume that all this trouble the student went through with the guru is kind of pointless. Of course, the guru knew this, and it was up to the student to find the lesson for himself. Well then, what is there to do after you find the secret? You simply live your life. Or in our case, we play the damn game. Make our own character through the experience we are so lucky to have. It's an RPG, you see. Just like in real life, we cannot act ourselves because we are different people in different situations. In this situation, we are the chosen undead, or the Ashen one. If that isn't funny enough, you've never had to go through all the loops to find the answer as to who you are. You simply had to play. That to me is pretty brilliant. 2 quotes that I want to recite. There are no secrets about the world of nature. There are secrets about the thoughts and intentions of men. J. Robert Oppenheimer. Man is a mystery. If you spend your entire life trying to puzzle it out, then do not say you have wasted your time. I occupy myself with this mystery because I want to be a man. A quote by Fyodor Dostoevsky. In regards to these 2 quotes comes a question that has come by many of our minds. Perhaps that has plagued us since the dawn of time as well. This question is, what do I want to do? In the sense of the game, looping into the connection of why we play our game in the first place, the answer is easy. It's right there for you to see. Maybe we misinterpreted these lost connections to the story as secrets. Then we must continue our journey through the game to find these secrets. When we first are introduced to the game, our destiny drives us to continue to the end, perhaps even forces us to do so by blocking the path with a boss. The actual option to opt out of our destiny is to stay stagnant or to not play the game altogether. After all, our mission is to find the lore. How will you read the story of Champion Gundir's halberd if you don't kill him first? How will you find the second Ash mentioned in Ariendel's prophecy? Wilhelm's speech described us all too well. We seekers of truth will do anything in our path to find the truth. Was there any other option? Well, most of the characters in game all seem to have the same idea: to find a place and call it home. Enjoy the scenery and the life around you. You could do the same, stagnate in one place. This is actually quite impossible because our drive in the real world is the drive to greatness. In this case, the drive to continue the story. In the end, what do you discover? All this brought upon by an all too human trait. The god of sunlight was driven to continue his greatness, that even he sacrificed himself to the fire as it faded. Was it the gods, or was it the humans and their admiration to the power of the gods that continued the cycle started by Gwyn? The cycle itself, a form of stagnation, a fear to advance, the fear to start the age of dark. I place the role-playing reason to play the game in the same place as people who like to play it for the story. The two can be very different, but they can be the same. This is partly due being able to insert your character into the broken story. If you understood the ridiculous nature of the cycle, would you still play this game? Even catch a glimpse of the future when we fight Gale and see nothing but ruin? I think many of us would still play in spite of that, to experience new things in this world. Maybe that setting where you fight Gale is just inevitable, just like we are to our own nature, in a way.
Oh, please. It must be you. I am so terribly frightened of timidly rotting away like those fools on the outside. I've seen your kind. Time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself. Man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. I trust you've learned your lesson. I trust you've learned your lesson. Inside time and time. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. the stomach, to the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
I wish to paint a picture of a cold, dark, and very gentle place. One day, it will make someone a goodly home. That's why I must see flame.